Okay, guys. I'm getting information here. Little information. It's like I guess um, as I watch, I'm noticing that as I watch certain tarot, it gives me some form like a trigger of things that I experienced, like dreams that I've had, clarification about like um dreams. Like I said, the dreams that I had, and for it's like how would I say this? Like information I'm seeing about tarot readers, right? And the tarot readers are like preventing certain things, and it's like a trigger of what they knowing or information that they're receiving from the channel message, and it's alerting to me. It's being like I'm being aware or being reminded. It's like a trigger of remindings. Okay, how would I say this? Explain this. Um, by the message that I got today, it gave me a trigger of a dream. Okay, and the dream was about, every time you have any type of spiritual dreams, I know my person, would try to send me dreams, or people try to give me clarification uh, about people in the dream state. Um, how would I say this? Okay, so I remember I had a dream. I have a cousin that passed away. Um, I don't know which one is which. Um, but one of my cousins passed away, and he lived out of town, and he was came to me in a dream, and he was hiding under the house. Okay, and I was like, what are they trying to tell me? And then it was another dream where me and my kids was hiding under a house. Okay, like I don't know if it was my kids or it was just like my family members. We were all under a house. Like somebody was inside the house. All right, and we were running from the people, or something. Not running from people, but I want to say like it was like something going on in the house that we had to come out the house. Like we were hiding from people that was in the house. Okay, and we was underneath the house, but it's like certain parts. Yeah, like somebody had burglarized the home or was in there to harm us, and we was looking for a way to escape. Cause I remember like being under the house, and I'm like sliding like underneath the house where they won't hear me, so it's mud underneath the house. And underneath the house I remember like sliding under the house and like trying to get to a certain part of the house underneath the house to get to some, like it's like I was going towards somebody. Okay, and how would I say this? And and that dream. Another dream, I'm a guy that I knew back in the day when I was young. I used to play basketball with these kids and hang out with the boys and stuff because I like to play basketball. And and I had a crush on the guy too. And he came to me in a form of a dream. Where I had a dream of him. Um, and he was underneath the house. And it was an officer. Okay, it was a policeman that he was hiding from, or they were hiding information from the police, or something about a house with the police. Okay, there could be some type of investigation, legal investigation going on about a home or something like that, and it had gotten to the feds or something like that in their nature. Um, and this was before I left to even go to leave my hometown. I know I lived in a house back in the day, and when I lived in this house, it was maybe like around 2000. 16 or 17, maybe in that range when I left my hometown. I went to Cali. Okay, I went all the way to California. Okay, and during that time, I had already had that dream. Okay, I already got the information, but it was like everything, like the books and the papers that I wrote out, people must have got a hold to that information. Okay, I left a lot of stuff there, and information that I left, they're telling me I'm talking too much. Information that I left there, um, how would I say this? It was about dreams that I had. It was like papers and documents that I wrote out about tarot and you know, about getting certain downloads. Like some people must have got a hold to those documents. They were showing me those documents. Okay, somebody got a hold of documents. I don't know if it's just the third party, but they were showing me the documents that I left behind in that house that I lived in the north end of town. So these people have access and got a lot of your things, okay? Because you could have been wondering like how someone did something. I believe that they could be getting rid of stuff or getting rid of evidence. Okay, your documents could be some type of form of evidence that they going through their documents and they looking at things, okay? And like putting two together, like who you are now versus who you were back in the day, to see where that you're really ascending and you're really awakening. Okay. I remember I stated about my videos on my page, my old videos, okay, and I wasn't as advanced or know a lot of things that I kind of know now. Besides the tarot, now you probably would think that I really don't know how to read tarot, okay, because I do the Google. I'm gonna tell you why I do the Google, because I like to give out more extra clarity to what I'm experiencing. I don't know why, but I just choose to do that. Have more of I feel like I have more of an understanding of the divine truth with me when I go to Google. Okay, sometimes I know me always right, sometimes I do, but I know, my situation is different from a lot of people. Okay, and my situation, it goes deeper because it's actually things that's actually happening. Okay, that's taking effect, and we know these things, but some people's situations not happening. Some people are not putting their stories out there. Now, I'm gonna say this. It'll be one day where I get on here and I don't do the Google. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you like that. I'm not gonna break it down like that or whatever. I'm just gonna go within. Okay, and let that be that. But I just wanted to address that for some people, But I was a beginner. Okay, I have a channel called Power Up Mom, Power Star Mom Tarot 888. Okay, and seeing where I was then to where I am now, I'm really awakened. But I want to talk about this home. It's a home that was left to you. Someone don't want you to know. They don't want you to have this information about this home. Okay, this home could have been something that somebody left you, a family member, or somebody used to take care of. Now I'm gonna say this. I used to take care of this lady named Esther. Okay, an older lady named Esther. Her birthday was May 28th. I never forget. I helped her a lot. Not only did I help her, but she helped me as vice versa. Now, she was an older lady. She had breast cancer. Okay, and I don't think she really told anybody. She was kind of treating herself with what she had or whatnot or have you. And say this to say, during that timing that she was alive, I was a witness to her having a conversation. And the conversation was, I used to tell her about my home, okay? As me being a child, I used to tell her the things I wasn't happy with at our home. We didn't grow up in a fancy home. Okay, we had some issues. I don't know if she asked questions for other people about our home or whatnot or have you. But I was really kind of frustrated and pissed off, and I had some talks with her. And I remember, us watching TV, and I would talk to her and I'd be beating on the table talking to her. how upset I was about certain things that was going on at home and I wasn't happy about. I remember talking to her like she was my best friend, okay, and she just had to hear me. And she was an older lady, real old. She's like 78, 79, but she was a kind lady and she understood me. And I liked it that because I was kind to her. I was very kind to her. And how would I say this? There was a moment where I walked in the living room in her kitchen. She would always be in the kitchen at the table with the TV, okay? And she would be in the kitchen, and I would say, I walked in, and she said, "Well, I'm thinking about." No, she didn't say think. She said, I'm changing the information on my house." She said, I think I'm gonna give my house to Erica and her family. That's what she told me. Confirmation. I won't tell a lie. I will not tell a lie. And I'm like, she gonna give me the house? And I didn't say anything. It was like as to say, like, the divine didn't want me to speak on it. They didn't want me to say nothing. So I didn't say nothing. I didn't even tell my family that the lady was leaving me a house. I didn't say nothing in that nature uh, about it or whatever. So not bad, y'all. So in this situation, I end up as time went on, I ended up helping her sister, which was Ganny. Her name was Ganny something, but I used to call her Ganny. This lady had a nice, beautiful home, and I used to help her a lot. I cleaned out her rent houses. As I was a kid, she owned a lot of homes, and I used to work for them, and I wouldn't get paid a lot, but I still worked it for them, and I did a lot for them, and sometimes they'll do a lot for me. It depends on what I was going through or what I needed help with, and they showed up for me. But I want to say this: I was accused of stealing something from her one day. Something about a bank card and debit cards and stuff like that. I don't know. At the time, y'all, I didn't even know how to use a bank card. I will say this: the mother, which is Madeline's mother, which is Ganny, she knew a lot of things that she knew I didn't do. That the lady had just moved there to help her with come in and help again with Esther, because I was taking care of Esther when I would come home from school. I would go straight over there, And I was a kid. She would feed me. She would, ask me do I want to go to the store with her, like little stuff like that. So the lady said, Ganny was like, "Well, Erica, I just had to ask you because she's accusing you of that." And I said, "Well, I don't even know how to use a debit card." I didn't at the time. I didn't even know they had debit cards out. Like I did not know. I was not aware of a lot of things at the time, y'all. It was paper food stamps. So that's how long. Yeah, that was way back in the gap. Okay, I remember my grandmother and them using the little paper food stamps. So it was coming to paper. They have a card. So all I would see my mom and them get was the paper food stamps or whatever. So y'all, it was a time where how would I say this? I end up going to the lady house and clean up the house, y'all. This lady had so much money. And that's how she knew I didn't steal from her. I wasn't a thief. And I wasn't a person to tell her business. I'm grown now. I believe the lady had them passed away. I went to both of the houses. Okay, the house that down the street from my grandmother's. The house is another house in the West End. Some Mexicans live in that one. Okay, the house that was old to me, some Mexicans lived in that one down the street from my grandparents' house. Okay, it went from that to me going to the house where Gaines used to live at, and I don't know. I don't think nobody lived there. Nobody answered the door. So as I went on to say, like, during that process, that moment, I was trying to figure out what happened. Like, did she really leave the home to me? But it's so much things that's coming up that they tried to hide about that house that's owed to me. Now, there is information coming up about a house. Okay. Um, how would I say this? As Ganny had like trash bags. I'm talking about big trash bags, a lot of trash bags. Now, she had a daughter that she was taking care of was Jana. I remember Jana, but Jana was never home. She was a young girl. She was she was older than me. She was a teenager basically, and sometimes she used to go to Ganny's house, Esther's house on the weekends. When there was no school nights, and they would come and watch movies with me and her boyfriend. And I would be over there sometimes, but they would watch scary movies, okay? And I would be going home scared. Okay, so I stopped going over there when they would go over there because I didn't like to watch scary movies, okay? And they used to always eat cookies. They were always to eat cookies. And now I'm being reminded, and I'm like, they did leave me that house. Now that I have had several dreams, actually, I'm being reminded of the dreams. I moved to down the street from my grandparents. I remember I was living in the house, and I remember family members came. People was coming to see me at that house. Okay, one of the late girls that my baby father's people or whatever. But in this dream, I didn't see any of my kids or nobody. Like, it was just weird. Okay, so that house is mine. Okay, someone's trying to hold information about that house from me. Okay, I don't know how I can get this information about the house being left to me or whatnot or have you, but yeah, I seen me in that house. Somebody actually pulled up in my yard, in the yard. I'm in the house. Somebody pulled up to the yard, and I want to say it was family that I knew, and when I lived in that house, okay. And the house was a yellow house, okay. I believe it still is yellow, okay. But during this time, that lady, before all that, I had all that before I had all those dreams and I was young, that lady used to how do I say this? She used to have like trash bags all through the rooms. Now, I'm not gonna say all through the rooms. She had a purple room. She had a purple room. I won't lie. She had a purple room. I used to clean that room all the time, and she had a lot of money in those trash bags. I'm talking about trash bags full of money. She had so much money. When I would go into her bedroom would have money all on the floor. And money on the floor, change on the dressers. Like, she had a lot of money. Okay, she wasn't hard up for anything. And during the situation, I worked for what I wanted. She had people to work for her too. So it was kind of easy for her because she had a lot of supporters, a lot of people that would help her. But you could be getting information or getting understanding that information is supposed to be released to you about this house. Okay, for some of you all, you just never know. Okay, but some information is coming out about this home. Okay, and that home is for you. Okay, for some of you guys, you could be being remembered about dreams and things like that. So whatever's owed to you is coming to you. You just need to be patient. For some of y'all, you're going to get information sooner than what you expect. Okay? I want to say too, there's a lot of money owed to you as well. I'm pausing because I'm getting information. Okay, I'm getting information. Okay, and the information that I'm picking up on is about another form of a dream that I had. So your dreams are coming to surface. Okay, your dreams are coming to surface. Okay, how would I say this? I remember being in the house. Okay, and I'm walking in a bathroom, and this bathroom got like a lot of like a mirrors in the bathroom. Okay, something about the mirrors in the bathroom, or you being in a certain house that's owed to you, something's gonna be revealed to you. Okay, or you could be looking at houses and something's gonna be a trigger to you about this house. Okay, about a house. Okay, some of you guys could be purchasing a house, and this house got mirrors in a lot of mirrors in the bathroom, and you're not really sure if you want to get it because of the mirrors in the house. Um, so I don't know what that might mean for some of you guys, but yeah, if someone in the family think that they were going to take this house from you, you already knew that this house was owed to you. Okay, so if someone was trying to take something from you or hide that information, because I feel like as though like people was hiding it. Okay, it was hidden from me. Now I'm gonna say this: it was a time where I was like really out there, like and I'm just gonna say out there. I just did certain drugs that I knew that wasn't for me, until a person told me like that's not for you. Don't do that no more. Like I got to understood and I stopped because, you know, drugs are just not for certain people. And when you can go back and you can soul search and go back down to that time to where something happened and you could be reminded of something, that's you healing mind, body, heart, and soul from what you have experienced. And you could take the time to express, to bring other people into spiritual enlightenment about their past, to awaken up their souls and pulling triggers. Because if I could talk to a spiritualist, channel messages or channel readings and get information and have that type of trigger to bring up all that information, like that's a special person. Excuse me. So um the house that's owed to you, someone was trying to hide it. Someone in your family was trying to hide this house from you. They didn't want you to have that house. Okay, and now the house is being released to you. You know that house belongs to you. Okay, so whoever tried to hold these documentations or take these documentations from you, they could be being questioned. Okay, they're being questioned. Okay, and they're held accountable. Okay, so for their actions, for trying to steal something from you. So be mindful. um be grateful that you're receiving certain information, certain spiritual downloads, because it's helping you and it's helping the case. Because some people want to know, did you get this house? Some people want to know the truth about your story. They want to know. But I'm gonna say this: if that lady left me that house, I'll work my ass off for that home. That's the goddamn truth. I'm talking about big 2x4s, and the people watch me. I'm talking about chopping trees down. Okay, I'm talking about painting walls. I'm talking about pulling carpet off the a house. I'm like what, maybe 10, 11, 12 years old. I'm working my ass off. Okay, and people were watching that. People was looking at me working with them people. People would say, well, they ain't paying her enough money. Well, long as I got a hot meal, and I ended up being in the AC and being around people and snacking during the day, and being a helper towards these people. I didn't care about no money. I didn't know nothing hardly about no money at my age. I just knew you worked or you didn't eat. And I was taught a lot. I knew how to put ceiling fans in. I knew how to take down a toilet. I knew how to put a snake down the toilet. I knew a lot of things by my papa. So people saw my papa teach me, and they gave me a chance to have a work experience. So you talking about knowing how to landscape a yard, starting a little flower garden. I know how to do those things. Them people helped me, they taught me some things, okay, along my journey. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, you guys be mindful of the dreams that you have and the information that you're receiving, because it's coming out in these readings, okay? And this house that's owed to you, uh, by you breaking some type of generation, some family curse or generational curse off the family bloodline, you open up those spiritual doors, okay? Because I kept seeing doors, but the doors was closed, and it seemed like as though someone was standing in the middle of the doors. Okay, I believe I did that earlier today in one of the messages that I did, where I was doing one of the awakening certain chakras, and awakening your third eye, and just doing certain simple tasks to awaken the mental brain, okay, as well, and getting clarity and gaining balance, okay. And I closed my eyes and I saw that someone was standing in the middle of the hallway, and I can't say the hallway, it was the middle of the door, it was right in the middle of the door. And I'm like, wow, what does that mean? So someone was trying to block you, trying to block that information by you breaking some type of uh hex or curse that someone put up on you about a home. It's because someone was trying to hinder you from a home that's rightly for you. And a lot of you guys have been suffering, struggling, okay, trying to pay bills, trying to pay rent, people pinching off of what's owed to you. You understand me? And God is about to bless you something big. A lot of people is supposed to be locked up and be put away with what they done to y'all. Okay? I'm not saying y'all like it's just y'all, to the collectives, okay? And people are being exposed for what they have done. And then a lot of things these people don't want to be heard about. They don't want to be heard about this information. They don't want that information to get out. Right now, you could be sensing that these people trying to pull you back to your person, and you know it ain't no chance. This person know it ain't no chance, but they still trying you in energy, okay? Because they desperate at this point. They desperate, and right now, you on a straight and narrow path. Someone think you playing about your peace, your love, your joy, your happiness. They think you playing about it, and baby, one thing and two things for sure. If they keep pulling on you, they're going to have something pulling on them that they don't want to pull on them. Okay? They think certain information being released or being placed out in these readings, they think they're supposed to give them a pat on the back. They think they're supposed to give them, a round of applause or something, because, people want to see you deal with this person, or, see this person come up against you. But this is these people bringing this hitman back in. They're bringing that person back in to gain energy, to gain some type of access to you, and the access is denied. Okay, you're not putting up with that. You're not going through that no more. Somebody didn't respect you the first time. You're not going to keep allowing someone to keep on doing things to you because of the way that they choose to live, the way that they choose to run their life. Okay, some of us are spiritual beings, and we're not in the touch and agreement to deal with a spiritual spouse. We're not. And you don't have to deal with that. You need something tangible. You need someone that's going to secure you. And ain't nobody doing that, so you're going to secure yourself. Okay? You don't need no man to hold you down. You can hold yourself down, because you done gave man a chance. And then I'm really talking insignificant of a certain men. And I'm talking about all men. I'm not talking about all collectives. Okay? I mean all divine feminines. Excuse me. Okay? So just be mindful of that. Okay? Don't let people, come in and try to manipulate you all over again. Okay? This person not changing. People don't change overnight. Okay? So stay focused, stay zoomed in, stand on business, speak your truth, gain much clarity as you need to. I hope this message triggers something in you to remind you of things that could have been left behind to you. I hope this could have triggered you to, to get up and start doing research about what's owed to you, and get in touch with the right people that want to see you with the things that was left from you, and not be a part of it to hold these things back. Okay? Like, share, and comment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notification bell on or whatnot, or what have you. Okay, thank you. Bye.